Right, good morning. Yesterday I said I weren't going to zero the scope, but I think I will. I'm using the Wasps because the way they shot through the bell hole seemed to be very good. Now, John made a comment, why cheap pellets? Well, I'm not the one who's picking the pellets, it's the rifle. It's what the rifle likes, and that picks the pellets, not me. But for me, for the price range, the amount of pellets I get through, cheaper the better, especially if the rifle likes it. You know what I mean? It's a bit nippy this morning, but anyway, I start this scope, and I've got the target down there, and I've taken away the Ferris wheel so I can see all the targets. But I'm going to go for the middle. I'm going to go for the middle, and I'm going to zero the scope. And all I've got to do is remember to record each time. That's going to be a joke. Okay, the time, what's the time now? About 7:45. So I'm going to go for that middle spot. Now you can see where that pellet went. It even shot higher than yesterday, mind you. It's got a full tank of fuel. It's a full tank of air. So I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to go on to that one. Right, so I've got a freezer frame on the red dot. Okay, so now I can go up. Okay, now I can go left. Right, so that's right in the centre of that pellet hole. So now I can save it. Okay. So this is going to be the second shot. You've heard it all before. You know, they say these digital scopes one shot zero. It's not. You know, it's going to be a minimum of 2. Right. Okay. So we're coming back down to that red spot. And that can't be bad, can it? Just a little bit over to the left. Now I'm going to take a 6mm hole because that's nigh on perfect. So the 6mm hole. No. I'm saying that's nigh on I'm not recording. Right, okay, so that's the shot I just done. Well, that's the shot I just done, and I didn't go through the hole. But that's the shot I took on the red dot. So I'm going to take another shot on the red dot. On a different red dot. So we come down to that one now. Yeah, it's very, very good. Right, we'll go for the same red dot. Yeah, straight in the same pellet hole. It can go just up. It can go just up to to the left a bit, so I will take it up. I want to get as closest to zero as possible. Right, okay, so I froze the frame on the red dot, so I'm going to come over to the right only a little bit, and now I'm going to come down and I'll save that. As long as I've done it right, it might be okay, you know. Oh dear me. Right, okay, so we're going to go for that red dot. It's shot a little bit to the left, but it's still hit the red dot. And once again, I'm not recording. Right, so I'm going to come over to this one. There's a little fly flying about. And that went a little bit to the right. I think what it is, I think the trigger needs lightening up, because it does feel a bit heavy. Yeah, a little bit to the right. But, you know, it could be the trigger, because it does feel a bit heavy, and when you're pulling a heavy trigger you can pull the rifle. So I'm going to stop the video again, and I'm going to come onto that red dot. So this is to be the this would be the third time of zeroing. Okay, so I can come left, and now I can come up, and I can save that. You know, just minute little bits of adjustment. Right, okay, so I'm going to come, I'm going to go up to that dot there, but let's record first. I remembered that time. Now that's shot a little bit low, but look, it still clipped the red dots. All them shots are very close, apart from the first one. So I might have to do another adjustment, just, well, depending on where this pellet goes. So when you look at that, yeah, the red dot is 4mm and the pellet is a 5.5. And to go through a 6mm hole, which is only half a mil allowance on the pellet, but that, what I've just shot, is a good 1 1/4 mils, what I just shot, you can still see the red, so I'm saying that's 1¼ mils, so it's just got to come over to the left. So the next shot, I'm going to come over to the left a bit. And to go through a 6mm hole, that's how accurate the scope has to be. Yeah. It has to be accurate, because you're only 2.5 of a mil either side, you know. So we're going to come there. So I'm going to come over to the left just a shade bit. Oh, that one shot low. And this is the trouble. No two pellets really shoot the same. Right, we go for that spot again. Yeah. But even so, it's really looking good. Yeah. What I'm going to do is take the magazine out, the single loader. And I've got 20 shots, 10 in each magazine, so I can just make out the rabbit's ears, so a bit of luck, if I can go through that hole. No, it can't be far out, unless they make the hole. No. Right, we go for the bell. No. That's strange, isn't it? No. Go back up on paper. Oh, dear me. Low to the right, so I've got to come up high to the left. Not that time. As I say, these pellets are flying wherever they want to go. So I've got to find a much truer pellet. Yeah, that clipped and hit the red one. And that was the last shot on that. So what I might do, I'll take these 20, this other magazine, and I might go back to Barracuda 15's. Well, I will go back to Barracuda 15's. Yeah. That's clipped and also hit the red. That one didn't. Yeah. That's 3 times it's clipped and hit the red. That's 4 times. No. I saw the red disc move just a fraction, but didn't hit. It wouldn't hit hard enough. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to aim directly at the hole and see what happens. No. A little bit high to the left. No. No. And that was the last shot, I think. I fire it off. Yeah. Right, okay, so I'm going to go and try, let's put these wasps away. Although they shot fairly well, I'm looking for more, I'm looking for good accuracy. So these are Baracuda 15's again. So I might have to re-sight this scoping, I don't know, because these are a much heavier pellet than the wasps. Right, so go back on paper. Right, okay, so I'll take a second shot on that. Look at that. Maybe I'll have to run some through because of the lead content. As soon as it starts hitting the same pellet hole, I can then adjust. I'll go for another spot. Okay, so let's hope the next pellet goes onto that pellet hole. Almost. Right, I'm going to stop the video and come down halfway on that, I think. Right. Okay, so I can now come right. Now come down halfway. Okay, that's in between, and I'll save that. And I'll start recording again. I mean, you might not like this, you know, when I keep on zeroing, but it's either me doing it now or not on camera, you know. Right, so we're going for that. That looks almost spot on. Almost. Not. It's not spot on, but it looks almost spot on. Am I recording? Yeah. But as we know, no two pellets really shoot the same. Oh yeah, straight through. Not that time. Not that time. Okay, we go for the bell. No. So we need to go back on paper and just see. Not quite sure why. I don't know if that was my aim, but it was just slightly high to the right. As I say, the trigger's heavy. I got to cut the spring down, I think. And that's shot low. So it's gone high and now it's shot low. I think that was me, so I'm going to go for the bell again. We'll go for the 4.5 hole, or just under 5mm. That's the one above. No. Now that is a tight hole, you know what I mean? No, they're close, so I'm going to go a little bit high, I think. Oh, got a pigeon up on the roof. Oh, he's gone. Oh, where am I? Yeah, I'm there, am I? Yeah, straight through. That was shooting a little bit high. It was only a fraction high, but that was a solid hit. Yeah. So to come up, I have to go down, and maybe I only have to go down maybe 1 or 2 clicks. Now that was the ring on that then was a clip, and a bit of pellet hit the bell. It wasn't what I would call a full ring, you know, a full pellet job. I missed that. Right, okay, so let's go for easy targets now. What I do, I load in a magazine, and we're trying to do a bit of a quick shoot. We're 23 minutes in, so this will be the last 10. Yeah, I'm well pleased with the way it's shooting. So I'm going to leave the address of Ian, and if you want to take your rifles to him, all well and good, you know what I mean? He's a very nice chap, easy to talk to, and it also he'll explain everything to you. His shop is called Suffolk Air Guns, Suffolk Air Rifle Repairs or something. But I'll leave all the information when I'm making this video. And it's certainly a nice place to go and visit anyway, because as I say, it's like a lot of little sheds, and they're all little shops. And they've got a cafe. Yeah, it's just a very interesting place. Right, okay, so I'm loaded, and we're going to go for the rat. So that's the rat done. Where's the rabbit? That's the rabbit. Got some beads down here. That's that bead gone. That's that bead gone. That's that bead gone. Missed that one. That's that bead gone. Couple over the back. Just in front of it. One more bead left. Still one more bead left, and that was the last shot. Yeah, that was the last shot. Now I enjoyed that. I've got another 10 in. This will be the last. Sorry about that. It will be the last 10. You know, quick shooting is I like doing. You know what I mean? Especially when you think. Now those beads are not a 6mm bead, they're smaller. I think they're a 5mm bead, and this performed very, very well. Okay, I didn't hit all of them, but I hit most of them, and that was just getting the crosshairs onto it and pulling that trigger. As I say, that trigger is a bit heavy, so I will have to adjust it. Take the trigger unit out. There'll be a little spring on top. If I cut a couple of lobes off, then that should make it lighter. Or otherwise, what I could do is get a spring off a biro pen. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if that's a bead there, but even so, I still missed it. Right, so little boy's nuts, or little man's nuts, what I normally say. In between. Oh, did you see that? That went through there and hit that red spinner. So that's not set. Why isn't that set up? So I imagine his nuts have caught it halfway. Let's try that again. No, that hit the washer. No, that hit the rod. No, that hit the little man. Okay, so oh, what happened there? When I cock it, so there's 2 pellets in this. It's got no power. I fired that off because I think that was the last shot. Yeah. Right, last 10. I don't know how many pellets we've gone through now. It's 29 minutes on the video. So last 10 shots. If I can get the pellets in. Yeah, I'm very pleased with the rifle. I think it can only get better, and today these Baracuda 15's are shooting very good. I'm not saying they're the pellet for it, but they seem accurate enough. Okay, so this will be the last magazine. To make sure I put the pellets away. Right, okay, so we go for the bell target and I missed it. Missed it. And normally that hole is quite easy. And I missed it again. That's 2 on the turn. Let's go back to paper. So I've got to shoot a little bit high. I think that was the last shot, so I fire it off. Oh no. Okay, that was a little bit of a clip. Now that's the last shot, you see that? Right, okay, that's the cocked. Safety's on. Scopes and scope's dead. Right, okay, so that's 32 minutes we've been shooting. If you enjoyed it, just give your thumbs up, leave your comments, and I must admit this is shooting quite well. Each day I shoot it, it's going to get better, you know what I mean? More lead I can get into that barrel. So I took 70 shots yesterday, but I don't know how many shots I took today. But the Barracuda, yeah, they shot very, very well. The Barracuda 15's. Okay, so that's decocked. On safety. Yeah, I'm well pleased with it. I think maybe another 50, 100 pellets and then we should be okay. I mean, some guns don't take many pellets to let in, but another gun can. You know, so, but anyway, the details for Ian's shop will be on this video, okay? So I'll see you later on. Bye.